Good afternoon, teacher. Teacher Enzo.
Yes, we're still waiting for. So okay, so while we're waiting, so everyone, you can just turn on your cameras. Okay, so class managers, check, kindly check the attendance first.
Teacher, can you hear me?
Yes.
Teacher, for the girls, it's Dolor Levin, Velasquez Ale Angel, and Baliwag Kirsten.
Oh,
You're not yet here.
so there's three. Okay, so probably later they'll join. Okay, how about for the boys?
Teacher Stephen and Daryl might be late because of their laptop. They're like updating it.
Oh, okay.
Process of updating. Then Palames just disconnected. Don't know why.
Okay, so maybe later they'll just rejoin. Probably internet connection problem. Okay, so first, everyone, good afternoon.
Good afternoon, teacher.
Teacher.
Good afternoon, teacher.
Okay, so quick reminder. So, okay, so for your LMS activity, right? So, the one that I uploaded there, there's two, right? Okay, so, they are until Friday, okay? So, Saturday, I mean. So, you can still pass tomorrow if you're still not done, okay? Because, of course, it's two, and then you still have other school works, okay? So, you can still pass that until tomorrow. Okay, and okay, so last meeting, so we discussed about we had the quick introduction with our links, right? So okay, so far we are done with lists. Okay, so and different ways to apply our list and then our tables. Okay, so far we can already apply the tables. And then we are moving on already to our lesson 3, which is the links and embedded contents. Okay, so let's okay, there's Balmes. Okay, so since it was just an introduction to our lesson, so let's just restart completely. Okay, so let's share. Okay, so from our okay, so hyperlinks. So from our last meeting, so what again, so from there, what can you tell or the importance about hyperlinks? Or there, yes, Tala.
Hyperlinks are the essence of the web. Using links allows the web users to access various pages on the internet.
Okay. What else? Yes, Benedict.
Links also enable one to share information without reproducing them. That's all. Thank you.
Okay, so what else? What else? Without aside from its description. So from what you understood about the link, so what can you tell about the links or its importance? Yes, Aguilon.
It enables the users to go to other websites, and it uses the A tag.
Okay, there. So it can enable the users to access multiple websites or the different various websites. Okay, what else? Yes, Dungan.
Hyperlinks or links is an easier way for users to enter a new website. That's all. Thank you.
Okay, there. So links without even if the user has no knowledge of that current website, so they can access it through links from others. Okay, there. Yes, Jaylan.
Hyperlinks are the essence of the web.
Okay, there. So yes, still Tala.
The A tag needs to have attributes, otherwise it would just be text on the screen.
Okay, so there. So still we're talking about hyperlinks. So but still true. So hyperlinks, they are one of the most important elements when it comes to accessing the web. Okay, so why? Because what you've said. So it is the way to access a website without uh, uh, the shortcuts. Okay, so if you have a link, so without knowing that specific website, okay, if someone pass you a link, so that is one way to access that website or to share that website. Also, to reproduce or recreate, to provide a source of information without actually reproducing that content. Okay, so even if you want someone uh, to read about an article or read about an information without you uh, entirely replicating or reproducing that information, you can just provide a link. Okay, so again, that is hyperlinks. Okay, so again here, so it is the essence of the web. So it's what you said. Okay, using links allows web users to access various pages on the internet. Links also enable one to share information without reproducing them. And so with the links, so this is the one that we are going to have for its attribute. So again, so href, the href is this is where you are providing the tag with uh, the link or the URL itself. Okay, and the tag that we're using is okay, yes, Desakula.
We are going to use the A tag. That's
Okay,
all.
okay, so we are going to use the A tag. Okay, and within that A tag, so that is where we are going to apply our attribute href. So href, it means that this is where we're containing the link or the directory or the source of the site. Okay, next we have the target. So target, what it means actually here is the way that that link will show or will be open. Okay, so it says here, so it has a blank value, a self value, and a top value. So it actually means that if we're going to use the target attribute, it is a way on how the link is going to be opened. So is it going to open on the same page or the same browser or the same tab or the other tabs? Okay, next is the href lang again. So it is the language of the link. Okay, and again, the download, which is it will redirect you to a web page that contains that specific file to be downloaded. For the media, this is actually the a type of device. Okay, so for the media attribute, the type of device you're using. So far, the devices available to us are first, we have a mobile device, which is our phone. We have desktop or computers, laptops like that. and we have tablets. Okay, so with the media, it can adjust the type of media interface that it is going to show you, right? So sometimes you are accessing your LMS in the computer and sometimes on the phone. And both of them, they have different interface from each other. So if you're going to use a phone, so the appearance of the LMS is different compared to the desktop version, right? Okay, so sometimes the text are bigger in the mobile device, interface is different. Okay, so that is what it means by the media. For the type, okay, this is not actually that important in this case. And then we have the rel, which is pertaining to the link being related to the current document that you are using. Okay, so again, these are our attributes. And we're going to follow a certain syntax. So first, the href attribute, it contains, of course, the href, okay? And the one that you're going to put in the href is our URL, or the unique link or unique address of that certain web page. Okay, so the href stands for hypertext reference. Okay, so the attributes will this attribute is the one responsible containing the link. Okay, and for that to happen, we are going to follow a certain format. So in here, we have the syntax for the href again. So again, we have the href, and then we have the link. Okay, and to construct our link, we are following a content inside the link. Okay, so the link, it will have first our protocol. So the HTTP. Okay, so for the HTTP, it actually has another letter if the web page that you're going to access is a certified website or a verified website. So what is the missing letter here? Yes, Adalia.
Yes, that's all.
Okay, so the extra letter here is S. So S stands for yes, Angel.
Secure.
Okay.
That's all.
Okay, thank you. So it means secured. So that when you're going to access a certain website which has the HTTPS Internet Protocol, it means that that web page or that website is a certified website. It is secured, and your personal data or your search history, your personal data, they are not going to be accessed by anyone. Okay, it is secured. Okay, so one example of a website that is secured. Yes, Awali.
An example of a website is YouTube. That's all.
Okay, we have a YouTube. Yes, Manalo.
Facebook,
Okay, we have Facebook. Miguel.
Zoom,
Okay, Zoom. It is secured. Ralph.
RLMS.
RLMS. Okay, so later I will look at that if it is HTTPS. Okay, yes, Dungan.
Website for SSS.
Again.
For I forgot what website do you call that, but like it's for SSS.
Okay. So the website for the social security systems. Okay, like that. So for the insurance. Yes, Aguila.
Sir, W3 schools.
Okay, W3 schools. That is a certified website. Angelito.
Teacher, Instagram.
Instagram. And okay, so Tala.
Teacher Gmail.
Okay, Gmail. Okay, so all of those websites or some of those websites, they have a status of HTTPS, meaning they are a certified web page with already made name for themselves. Okay, so and next, so if that's the internet protocol, so we have the host. So the host, that is the way that you can access those websites. So you can access those websites in the World Wide Web. Okay, so as long as it is online, okay, they are accessible in the World Wide Web. So that is why we always put the www dot. Then we have the example name of a website. And then right after that, we have the domain name. So the domain name, it has multiple purposes. Okay, so and last time, I actually gave you different examples of domain names. So if you can remember, what are those again? Yes, Aguda.
.org.
Okay, so one example is .org. What else? Yes, Agulon. You don't have sound?
Hear me now.
Yes.
Teacher.edu.
Okay, so edu. Okay, what else? Yes, Hawali.
.gov.
Okay.
Governance.
Okay, so gov. Okay, there's another one. Yes, Flores.
.net.
Okay,
That's all.
so .net. Okay, so those are other forms of domain names. Okay, so all of this, they have a specific purpose or uses regarding what their website is about. So if it is .gov, so their website is about the government systems or departments. Okay, if it's .edu, so it is for educational purposes. So .org, okay, so it is if there is already an organization, so they made a website, so that is the use of .org. And .net, it is this domain name is what do you call this? They are the first level domain name. So they are not uh, that certified like that. So it's still .net. Okay, so and next after that is we have the specific web page that you're going to go. So that is uh, the construction of a URL. So it's protocol, the host, the name of the website, its domain name, and its specific web page. But you can still access that web page without the specific web page, or that website without the specific web page. Okay, so is that clear? Okay, moving on. Okay, so first for our target attribute. Okay, so this is what I'm talking about earlier. So for our target attribute, it says here, the target attribute specifies where the destination page or the linked document is displayed. Okay, so it means that, okay, so the target values are listed below. So it means that, for example, we're going to use _blank. So target is actually a formatting attribute. So it will be written as target equals then its value. Okay, and its value is the one below. So first, _blank. It says here, linked document is shown in new browser window. Okay, so if you have a link and you applied a formatting attribute of target and equals to blank, it means that the link will be opened at another tab or another browser window. Okay, and the next one, we have the self. So for the self, linked document is shown or opened in the current window. So what will happen is, from the current window, it will be opened there. So the current window will be replaced by the content of the next link. And then we have the underscore top. Okay, so top means linked document is shown within the current browser window. So it is still within the current browser window. So pretty much the self and the top, they are pretty much the same. Okay, compared to blank, which will be opened in another tab. Okay, and we have the frame name. So link document is shown in an iframe. Okay, so it will be formatted. Okay, so far we can actually use just either the self or the top. Then the blank and either self or top. So since they have the same function. Yes, Aguilon, question?
Teacher, what if we don't use any attribute?
Okay, for the default one, it will be opened at the current window. Okay, later we will try that. So first, let's look at our syntax. Okay, so in here again we have our syntax. So we have the a tag, and then we have our href in here. So it is providing already the link, this one. And then we have our formatting attribute target. Okay, so the target is equals to blank there. So same as the other formatting attributes that can be applied at the same tag. Okay, so we have the href, and then we have the target. Okay, so let's try this one. Okay, so in here we have our editor. Let's try putting our link. Okay, so we have a, then open link in new tab. Open link in this tab. Okay, so we're going to have two links. Okay, let's put break there. So we have two links. So the first one, open link in new tab, and the second one, open link in this tab. Okay, and we'll apply our formatting attributes. So for the first one, we have the href, https let's use YouTube again, youtube.com. And then for the target equals underscore blank. Okay, so this is what it will look like. Okay, so it has two formatting attributes. So same for the bottom one. So href target, and can be either self or top. So let's in this case, let's put self. Okay, there. So once we run this, there, so you can see it is already replaced as a new tab or new tab as a hyperlink. Okay, so first one, so the first link, so its formatting attribute is target is equals to underscore blank. So the link will be opened at a new window. So if we click this, there. So we are getting redirected to another window, which is our YouTube. Okay. So that is for this one. And for this one, it should open at this current tab. Okay, so if we open this, there. So unfortunately, this one cannot open YouTube. Okay, but okay, so what's the difference between self and tab? Okay, so let's try this one. So run, and then we click this. There. So actually, if we're running it like this, so it will replace only this one. So if we're going to use self, it will just replace this area. But if we are going to use top, okay, it will entirely redirect us, okay, this whole web page to another web page, or from to the link that it has. Okay, so if we're going to if we want someone to be redirected entirely to another page, replacing its current window or current tab, so we will use top. And if we want someone to and if we want them to open the link in a new tab, so we're going to use blank. There. Okay, so in this case, any questions? Not? Okay, so but in default, if we do not put any formatting attribute like that, so once we run this, there, so by default, it is self. Okay. But if we change this into underscore top, so it will replace the entire window. See? There. Okay, so if there are no more questions, okay, so let's proceed. Okay, so for the links, okay, so they have 3 states. So the links, they have unvisited link, active link, and visited link. So what are the difference? So for the unvisited link, okay, so if you happen already to search for something in Google, unvisited link, they are underlined blue. Okay, so they are underlined blue, meaning you haven't visited that website yet. Okay, and for the active link, okay, if that link is opened or active, so you will see that the link is red. And then if it is already visited, you already went through that site, so it will be underlined purple. Okay, so those are the difference between the 3, or they are the 3 states of our links. Okay, so okay, let's have the example. So let's say we are going to search for something in Google. For example, oh, sorry, I didn't share. Here, for example, we're looking for cookie recipes. Okay, so various links will appear to our searches. And then, okay, so here, I actually visited this one earlier. So as you can see, the highlight or the underlined part, it is purple. And this one, I haven't visited it yet, so it is still blue. So once I click that, I open it in a new tab. So it's active here. Then we go back there. So it is already purple, meaning I already accessed that website. So this will come in handy in times of you are going to search for something or multiple things, and you want to keep track on what you are searching. So if you see that that link is already purple, so meaning you already went through that web page or that website. Okay, so is that clear? Okay, no questions here on this part. Okay, let's have someone actually try the links. Okay, so I'll stop share. How about Rodriguez? Okay, so in this case, I'm going to ask you to use Notepad++, not the link. So open first your Notepad++ there. Okay, so you're going to create a new website, a new web page. Okay, so put in your HTML. Okay, for the others, you may follow along so that you already know. Okay, so we're going to make 3 links. Okay, so for each link, we're going to apply underscore blank, underscore self, and underscore top. So let's use again YouTube as our link. Colon there. First one is underscore blank. I actually put a BR there. There. Next one is underscore self. 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 There. And the third one is top. Okay, there. So ending tag. Okay, there. So first save it as test. .html. Okay, and then try clicking on run, the one on top. Top there, run. The tab run, right next to macro. There. Ah, you don't have also that one. Wait, click on the three dots. Where's that located? Okay, just open the HTML file itself. Not anymore there.
Sure, I will just screen share my whole screen.
Okay, okay. Okay, there. Okay, so once you click that, okay, so YouTube, there on the next tab. Next. So if you're going to do it like that, so the self and the top, basically they have no difference. Okay, aside from one earlier, like the current page has a separate viewing tab. Okay, so from self, okay, so it will just replace that separate viewing tab. But for the top, okay, so open the top. Okay, so it will replace the entire tab. Okay, so is that clear? Okay, you may stop sharing. Very good. Okay, so is that clear, everyone? Okay, so let's proceed already. Okay, so next one, we have inserting sounds. Okay, so some websites that you want that you know that are playing some audio files, playing some sounds like that. So give an example. Yes, Jaylan.
Quiz is.
Again.
Quiz is, teacher.
Quiz is okay. So it is playing a sound. Okay, Jasawali.
Spotify teacher.
Okay, Spotify. Okay, good example. Manalo.
YouTube.
YouTube. So it is also playing a sound. Yes, Tala.
Facebook.
Facebook. Yes. Yes. De Ocampo.
SoundCloud.
SoundCloud. There. Dalia.
iTunes.
iTunes. Yes. Hisakula.
Go Anime.
There. Okay, go anime. Okay, so those websites, we have those websites that play audio files. Okay, so inserting sounds, all of those websites can offer playing sounds. Okay, so inserting sounds, there are various audio formats that you may include in your web pages. Okay, in HTML5, there are only 3 supported audio file formats. Okay, so in inserting sounds, we are following this example. Okay, so what it said earlier, so it is only supporting 3 formats of audio files. So first one is the .ogg. Second one is .wav, and the third one, the most common one, is .mp3. Okay, so those are the sound files that HTML is currently supporting, or it is the current file that it is currently able to play. Okay, and this is our syntax for inserting audio. Okay, so what are the contents of the audio tag? So first, we have our audio tag, of course. Okay, so we have our audio tag. Okay, and inside the audio tag, first one, let's have its attribute. So its attribute is controls. For the controls attribute adds a control panel with a button for play, pause, volume, and others. Okay, same to as what the examples that you said earlier, right? So we have Spotify, we have SoundCloud, we have iTunes. Okay, those websites specifically play just audio files or audios or music, and all of them have their own controls. Okay, we have the play, we have the pause, we have the volume. Okay, or like the others, they have the next. Okay, so all of those controls are being provided by the controls attribute. Okay, and this falls under the audio tag. Okay, so it is a formatting attribute for the audio tag. And then right inside, okay, enclosed in the audio tag, we have the source tag. So the source tag allows you to specify alternative sources and formats. The browser will choose the first compatible file format for the sound. Okay, so for the source, it will you will provide a different file if you have available different file formats for that single audio file. Okay, so if you have one audio file that is .ogg, and then you have another one that is .wav, and then you have the audio for file format for mp3. Okay, so you will put it inside the source. Okay, even if it is the same file, because HTML will choose which one to display or to play regarding the browser that can support that file format. Okay, but I think the most common one is that mp3. Okay, so we have controls, we have source, and then we have the type. So the type attribute specifies the media type for each source. Okay, so it is in relation to the source. So if it is .ogg, so it will be type OGG. Okay, so we have controls, source, and type. Okay, so let's clear this one first, and let's go back to our example. Okay, in here. So first we have our audio tag. And then, right inside the audio tag, that is where the controls formatting attribute is present. So with this, the web page can already display controls or a web player. And then inside, we have our sources of the sound. Okay, so our default tag is source. So for the source, it is an empty tag. Okay, so source, it is an empty tag, which means it doesn't need a closing tag. So this empty tag, okay, so we have 3 empty tag sources. Okay, all of those have a formatting attribute, which is the source, src. Okay, so that's what it means. So this is the equivalent for the href equivalent for the a tag. Okay, so for the a tag, if href is the formatting attribute that will provide it with the link, so src is the formatting attribute that will provide the audio controls with the origin of that sound or the file of that sound. Okay, so if the name of the sound is explode.ogg, okay, so the source is the one responsible for fetching that file type. Okay, and then you will put it under file type equals audio so that it knows that it is audio, and then the file type is OGG. Okay, so that is in relation in here. Okay, so let's try this one. Okay, in this case, actually, we cannot use this in, if we're going to use our own sound, we cannot use this in our write editor. So meaning we will transfer to Notepad++. So let me just stop share first. And let's transfer to Notepad. Okay, so in here, we have our HTML document. So first, let's put our audio tag. And then for the audio tag, always don't forget to always put first the controls so that you don't forget. So automatically, if you have audio tag, put controls already there. And then we have our source tag. Okay, so for the source tag, src equals to. Okay, so in this point, we will need to locate where our own sound will be coming from. So for me, okay, so let me just open. Okay, so in this case, I am getting my file from this current window or from this current folder. Can you see? Everyone see? Okay, there. Okay, so the audio file comes from this folder. So first, you will need to copy the directory of that folder or that file. So in this case, it is on drive C, new folder. Okay, and then you post it here. You paste it there. Then you add another backslash, and then the file name. So it is this one. So let's copy this and then paste it here. And then, so since this is .mp3, we will need to put type audio mp3. Okay, so that the player knows it is an mp3. Okay, so once we run this, okay, let me save first. Save, and then run in Chrome. There. So it's already test.html. And then we have our audio file here. Okay, so we now have the option to play, or we already have our audio file inserted in our web page. Okay, so if we run this, let me just turn down the volume first. Can you all hear?
No, teacher.
No? No audio? Still none? None. Okay, so but still in here it is still playing. Okay, so meaning that the audio file is already inserted here. Okay, so that's for our audio file. So any questions here? None. Okay, so let me stop share first. Okay, so next we have here. So next we have inserting videos. Okay, so inserting videos can be inserted the same way as the audio. Okay, in HTML5, you can use the video tag and set its attributes. Okay, so same way as the audio file. So if for the audio file, we're using the audio tag. So for the video, we are using video tag. Okay, and the formatting attributes, they are pretty much the same. Just for the video tag, there is more. Okay, so let's see that. Okay, so in here we have our code for inserting a video file. Okay, so first we have our video tag in here. Then it actually has additional formatting attributes, like, for example, the width and the height. Okay, so with this formatting attribute, we can set the size of the video player inside our HTML document. So if you want your video to cover a large amount of your web page, so that is where you will adjust it here. Okay, it can be either width or the height. And then same as the audio, we have our controls. Okay, so it will provide us also with the controls, and we have the autoplay. So what will happen here? Okay, so it's supposed to be that it will automatically play once it opens the web page. Okay, and of course we have the same source tag. So source tag is in here, and then we're providing also the source of the video. Okay, and then the type. Okay, same way as the audio file. Okay, so if we have our video here, so we have the type.mp4. So in here, we have actually multiple file types for a video, but there's no indication that there is a limit into how many files that the HTML can read as the video file. So, but so far, it can accept the MP4, WebM, and .ogg again. Okay, so those three are just examples. So there are way more examples of video files. For example, .avi. Okay, so those are examples of other examples of video file types. Okay, and okay, so let's look at an example here. let me stop share first, and then okay, so I'll open HTML document that I made years ago. So it's out of boredom. Okay, so screen there. So here. So this one was a web page that I made some years ago. Okay, so in this one, I put a video tag. Okay, so in here, I'll remove the autoplay first. So in here, I put the video tag with the width of 400, and then its source. Okay, so the source and the file type. Okay, so once I play this, and then we open it, we run this in Chrome. Okay, there. Okay, so don't worry, soon enough you can make this kind of web page by yourself. Okay, so in here we already have our video player. Okay, which is this one. So I set the width of that by 400. Okay, so there's no indication actually into what is the exact reference for that size. Okay, but in this case, you can just adjust it by yourself. Okay, and then can play. There. So it has the same controls. Okay, same controls. And then for just for this for the videos, for video file, it has the full screen mode for the controls. Okay, so basically that's the only difference when it comes to audio files and video files. Okay, so any questions? Okay, clarification. Okay, so if you're going to make a web page and then you're going to pass it to someone, and then it contains or it will supposed to open a file type. Okay, so let me explain further here. Let's use this one. Okay, so if you have your HTML file and it says here audio and then source, and the file location of your audio or your video is currently in your computer, it will not open in theirs. Okay, it will not be automatically included in their computer. So one way to provide also the file that you're putting here is you will, if you have the HTML file, okay, along with that, you will include also the file or the audio file or the video file that you used inside your web page. Okay, because in default, if you just send the HTML file without the other sources that it has inside, so it will not open. Okay, so is that clear? Any questions? None? Okay, so that would be all today, everyone. Okay, so goodbye.
Yeah, thank you, teacher.
Thank you, teacher.
Okay, goodbye.
Thank you, teacher.